Hello, this is Shiraz Maad. Today I'm going to deal with the new writing. It's about communication, and the topic is the issue of using mobile phones for teenagers. Are we against or for giving teenagers mobile phones? Many people think that mobiles are useless gadgets. Do you agree, or do you think that teenagers should have mobile phones? Write an article where you express your viewpoint with some examples. As we said earlier, I said in other videos that we need to brainstorm before we start writing anything. Brainstorming here goes for two parts. The first one is the advantages of using mobile phones, and the second one is the disadvantages. As you can see in that slide here, we can have those in black with the advantages of using mobile phones, and the other in red. They are going to be the disadvantages. Through the writing, I'm going to choose which ones I think they are relevant to the topic, which can convey the message I want to give into this piece of writing. So I start with the introduction. As you know that the introduction, we need to give a little bit of information about the topic. So we introduce the topic in this introduction, and then we grab the reader into it. So we need to then also in the introduction we need also to take sides here. We need to pick one side or the other. So we show to the reader, who is in this case here the teacher, to show him that we have chosen to be that part or the other one. And you can see in red those linkers. So these are necessary in any writing. We should be used to reflect fluency. And what advice I can give to the pupils: they should not overuse, force them into their writings. Otherwise, this piece of writing is going to be artificial, and it can be uninteresting to the reader. So this introduction is as follows. Say, "Life Without My Phone" is a catchy title, a relevant title to the topic. And we started by giving idea about introduce the topic to the reader. So in earlier times, cell phones used to be a craze, symbol of money and success. But nowadays, even kids find it a necessity of life. The common question: should children use phones? In my opinion, cell phones have more advantages than disadvantages. I have taken the side of letting these teenagers use mobile phones. Now we move to the body. So he said the body has got two parts. The first part is the part that I'm going to persuade the reader to think the same way about the topic as I do. I think that cell phones give its users great advantages, as I said in the introduction, as I wanted to persuade them with that idea. So here we get topic sentence. The first one is underlined. This is a topic sentence which identifies the topics and states what will be said in the paragraph. So these are the ideas I'm going to put forth in my writing. So the ideas are: the first one is we have contact with family. The second one, usefulness of telephone in emergencies. The third one is that these gadgets are used also for entertainment. And the cell phones, the last one is that we can have their homework done by using these phones. Now the outcome of this paragraph, the first part of the body, cell phones give its users great advantages. Indeed, teens do gain many benefits from using the mobile phones. Firstly, mobile phones allow the teenagers to stay in contact with their family all the time, so parents can be a little less worried about their kids. Secondly, it's very useful for emergency, since you can call the police or an ambulance when you need. Moreover, cell phones are not just for phone calls. They are about messaging, video, songs, games, calendar, etc. So one equipment, lots of uses. What is more, cell phones offer internet connectivity. Research and assignments can be done by using a mobile phone. Now we need to move to the second part of the body, which is which is the counter viewpoint. So we have to consider both sides of the issue. Mobile phones offer some potential disadvantages. All of us agree with that. The first disadvantage is the addiction. The second one is distraction from studies. The third one is the means of cheating, and the fourth one can have health hazards on the user. And these linkers, in addition, for example, finding plenty of them, should be used wisely. Otherwise, your writing is going to be looking artificial. The outcome here: mobile phones offer some potential disadvantages. This is our topic sentence, and the ideas coming after are going to support and agree with the topic sentence. Teens get so much addicted to cell phones for messaging and chatting along with friends over long periods of time that they forget the real purpose of the phone and waste their precious time in unnecessary interactions. In addition to that, mobile phones will always serve as a distraction for teenagers from studies. Worse than that, cell phones are becoming a means of cheating during examinations. Furthermore, they can be a real health hazard. They can cause brain cancer due to the continuous exposure of signal to and from our cell phones. And then we move to the conclusion. The concluding part of this paragraph is that we need to leave the reader with a lasting impression, and we summarize the main point. As we see that my point of view from the start is that mobile phones should be are really useful for these teenagers. Despite all these drawbacks, I still believe teenagers should have a mobile phone because they are a faster and more effective way to transfer information, and I think the advantages outweigh its advantages. That's why we should give teenagers mobile phones and make them aware of the different disadvantages, different effects, different dangers of this new technology, so as to use it wisely and thoughtfully. I hope the writing here today was very clear and beneficial. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you